Today on This Old House, when we first came to this West Roxbury Victorian, it was in sad shape. 6 months later, the family is smiling and West Roxbury has a showcase renovation. It's all thanks to a brand new builder on This Old House. Hey there, I'm Kevin O'Connor and welcome back to This Old House and a very special episode because we are wrapping up this beauty right here. Our 1894 Victorian here in West Roxbury, a beautiful neighborhood of Boston, and what a transformation. A little under a year ago, that was a tired looking house that needed a lot of work, but now all dressed up, looking good. Hey, Jen.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. So big changes for our little house, huh?
Amazing transformation. It's just a new welcoming space. I don't know if you remember, but those rhododendrons that ate half the entire front yard.
There was nothing invited about this front yard at all. Everything was hidden.
Yep. So now we've really opened up the space. It's completely welcoming. We found gems like this in the backyard. This is a Japanese maple. It was buried in that back corner. It's going to have a new life up front here. We got sod down, cleaned it up, regraded. This whole bed is prepped for spring plantings.
So we'll get some color in there in a month or two. That's nice.
Yeah, and then this whole front entry was redone, right? This was like a dangerous step coming in. So
it was like 2 inches right there.
Yeah, we lifted the walkway, we reset it at the proper grade, and then going up here, hold on, that feels like an 18.
You got it.
So the rise and the run equaled 18 inches, and that's a perfect step for entering a house, right?
Perfect material too, though. The granite's classic, sturdy, I love it.
Right, and then those wing walls that were here, they were just clunky and in the way, they had no purpose, and this allowed us to widen it and then put in these railings to code.
Addition by subtraction. I like the cable railings. It's sort of that modern look they're going for, but also the sight lines, right? It's much more open. The old balustrade was kind of fussy.
Right.
Now you can look in there.
It was like you were caged in. So now you can sit here, have a cup of coffee, your neighbors walk by, and it's just a really welcoming environment for a city neighborhood. Yeah. It's incredible.
So the homeowner asked for Ipe on the deck right here, which makes a ton of sense, but also Derek wanted it matched to the ceiling as well. Do you approve?
I completely approve. It just ties everything together. I love the black. I love how it all came out.
Yep, so we got some new lighting. There's another little modern look to that. The black trim is great.
Soft lighting. It's just, I really love it. Let me show you what's out back.
Please do. Something from nothing back here, right?
I mean, look at this space. Before, I don't know if you remember the beginning, but there was just about an 8-foot bed of just some good plants, but a lot of weeds, but just they didn't know what to do, right?
And admittedly, the homeowners told us that they didn't have a budget for the landscaping and they're not really gardeners. So you had to kind of just work with what you had.
Which gets tricky and you got to be creative. And so everything you see here was already on site. The hydrangeas were transplanted here, and these are the rhododendrons from the front.
These are amazing. People would kill to have these. They're mature. They got tons of blossoms that are going to come in.
You can't buy that size in a nursery.
At all.
So that provides a huge amount of privacy when you're sitting on this patio. It's really a backyard oasis.
Some place to grill, a place to sit, and all because of the killer patio you and Mark did.
Yeah, so patios, that provides an open space. It makes usable space. So there's an entry from the house out onto the patio, and it brings you down to this space, this beautiful herringbone pattern. It's on a 45-degree angle. I feel like it's really pulling you from the inside out. It's really another room.
The brick is appropriate for this house. You know, it matches the front, and it's a big wide open space, leads right to the back door, which you know is just next to the kitchen. So they're finally going to be able to use their backyard.
Right, and it makes the whole house feel bigger.
Yeah, nice job. So I'm going to go through the new bulkhead. I got to meet Richard in the basement.
All right, I'm going to meet Robin upstairs.
All right, nice job, Jen.
Thanks, Kevin.
Hey Derek, place is looking great up here. What's going on?
We have our dream closet after all these years.
This is great.
Yeah, and we're going to hang, you can see this design here. We've got these adjustable shelves.
Yeah.
We've got rods to hang clothes, and we've got drawers as well.
Well, that's perfect. Well, it's going on that wall right here. If you want, I can get a ladder, set up a laser, and we can start to work.
Yeah, well, that sounds great.
All right, I can give you a hand.
Thanks so much.
All right, Derek, we're going to start with hanging the track that up at the top there.
Great.
And I've got the laser set, and that height of the laser is the exact height of the center of the holes that are in the track. Now we could take a pencil and mark each hole and take it down and drill it. But what I like to do is just take a screw and screw this in place temporarily. And luckily we hit a lathe. If we didn't hit a lathe, then we could have to mark it with a pencil. Now I'm going to pre-drill the holes. And I can go right in the center, right on the line. All right, so when I put the drill on the light like that, I just work it around a little bit, make sure it's seated right. All right, Derek, there you go. Now take the drill bit, put it right in the center of the hole, and then before you turn it on, just because of the plaster's a little soft, just give it a little wiggle and push hard. There you go. Now pump the trigger. Don't power it up full. Just pump it a little bit. There you go. Now drill. Full power.
It's like we're hitting something up.
Yeah, see? There you go. All right, now we're going to change the drill bit for a larger one. And drill a hole. Okay, so now the holes without a stud behind it, I'm going to use these anchor bolts right here. Put them in, take the screws out, and then line the holes back up and put the screws back in place.
Great.
Okay, now the next one I believe is a stud in there. So I can use a regular wood screw. Screw it right into the stud. Leave it a little bit loose till we get the other screws in place. All right, now we're ready to mount the standards to the track.
So with that one there?
Yep. All right, to make our spacing equal over the run, we took a little piece of painter's tape. So now you can position the shelf brackets right next to the blue tape.
Got an assembly line here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that looks good. Well, Derek, this was a fun project, and look at how much storage you got in just a few hours.
Yeah, Robin is going to love this.
I bet she will.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been great working with you on it.
Well, it was my pleasure, and I'll see you in a bit.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So in this project, they wanted to have full usable access to that third floor, you know, so it presented a challenge. How do you zone it and get the right amount of cooling up there, heating and cooling? So we could easily put our ductwork up to the first and second floor, but as soon as we needed to have air conditioning as well on that top floor, we really didn't have the space to get the proper size supply and return ducts all the way from the basement upstairs, all right? So it really suggested we go to a separate system. Here's a cold weather inverter heat pump unit right here. We'll have refrigerant line sets that come from here all the way to the third floor. That'll connect to an air handler, a heat pump air handler, not one of those high cassette sidewalls you see. Right. But this will be an air handler with ductwork, so it'll be invisible. So this is for the third floor. It'll do heating and cooling even on the coldest day of the year and the hottest day of the year. So that's a heat pump, and this is also, and they look a little different manufacturers, and this will have refrigerant line sets that connect for both our first and second floor to our existing gas furnace. Oh, cool. All right, some changes down here. If you remember, we first got it, you had to do the limbo dance to get underneath the drain pipe, made that disappear. You look like you know what you're doing with the limbo. That's full access now to electrical panel. We made the space a lot more usable too. Mark repaired the base of the columns, made it a lot drier down here, and a lot better access to our laundry right here. So this is our existing gas furnace. It was efficient enough to keep it, and so we tied onto it. We knew we needed to add a cooling coil, but what we chose to do was add a heat pump, a cold weather inverter heat pump coil that will sit right on top of this, and it gets its power from outside through the refrigerant line sets. So even on a 0-degree day, it can have heat contribution into this building through the coil.
Wait, so this coil now makes cold and hot?
Absolutely.
So how does it know what to use? Do we get rid of this?
Well, it's really smart calculation in the software. We can enter in the local cost of the fuel, gas or electricity. It calculates which is the most efficient way to do it. So now, on a really cold day like it is today, it's actually gas is contributing. I can feel it. So now it comes up here, comes up to our duct system, and it goes to 2 zones. Here's one right here, and that green means it's open. This one's closed right now, and that goes up to first and second floor.
Yep.
We've got an existing gas-fired instantaneous water heater for making hot water in the faucet. This building's going to be perfect for comfort and efficiency.
That's a nice upgrade for this house.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Jen, welcome. It's so good to see you.
Thanks. They let me inside. You want to give me a tour of the second floor?
I can't wait to give you a tour of the second floor.
All right, where do we start?
Come on. This is the kids' bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah, and we bumped out the wall here so that Zach's room next door could have a closet.
Okay.
We have this beautiful floating vanity.
And the teenagers finally have their own bathroom.
They do.
This
No more
is
fighting
incredible.
over the shower.
I love the texture of this tile. I love how the light catches this.
Yes, I do too. It's beautiful.
Very nice work.
Thank you. Come on, you want to see Zach's room next door?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Lots of light, very white and clean. The closet that we had bumped out, so he now has a nice big space for all his stuff.
That's incredible. It's nice and simple, perfect for a teenage boy.
Yes.
Wow, this room is so different than everywhere else.
It is. This is Aria's room, and she really wanted to choose her own style. She went for boho chic.
Boho chic.
Lots of different patterns and textures, and really free-spirited, and just putting her own mark on it. So there is great texture and color.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, she did a great job.
And she has privacy too.
She has privacy. There is no longer a door to our room here, so she has her space and we have ours.
I think it's incredible. You're letting her develop her own style. Beautifully done.
Raising a strong young woman. Jen, let me show you. For the first time ever, we have a master suite.
Wow, what a huge difference.
It is. It's a game changer.
I mean, I'm very happy for you.
I know. Let's start with the bathroom, my favorite.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Yes, I love it. We have the beautiful tile, the open shower.
Yeah, and it's a curbless shower. It's all the rage. So all the water just pitches back to this linear drain. Fantastic.
Yep. So the tile has radiant heat. I can even set the timer. It can turn on at 6:30 when I get up, walk in here, cozy toes.
It makes such a big difference having warm feet. And then over here to your beautiful Zen soaking tub.
Yes, I plan to spend a lot of time in here. I love the finish, the mats.
Yeah, the matte finish, it's just very calming.
Yes.
And over here, this is incredible as well.
Another floating vanity, but this time we have 2 sinks, so we don't have to fight over space.
Excellent. You guys have really thought this out very well.
I'm a good architect.
Let's go check out this room.
Come on. And the bedroom proper.
Wow, check out all the light in here.
It's great. If you remember, our bed used to be over there, so it blocked out the window, but we took out the closet, took out the door to Aria's room, and that gave us more space for the bed to go over there.
Space and privacy. And I understand the ductwork had to run straight through here, so it actually frames the bed perfectly. So I love it.
It looks great. And if you remember, this used to be a stairwell that went downstairs.
Right. What a great use of space.
Yes, now it is a walk-in closet.
With natural light, you can see everything. And I heard Tommy and Derek put these together.
They did. Now I have a space for everything and natural light so I can find it.
Excellent. Well, let's go. I want to go see everything else. Congratulations and thanks for the tour.
My pleasure.
It's really an incredible master suite.
Well, Alejandro, 1890s house. You did quite a transformation here, but you had your challenges, that's for sure.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we had like rotted fascia boards, you know, soffits. The siding was splitting, coupling.
Water intrusion everywhere.
Water intrusion,
Yeah, it was in
yeah.
bad shape. What do you think?
I think it looks even better than we had imagined, so we're just absolutely thrilled.
That's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
Yeah, it does look good, but we had some challenges. I mean, the house is old, it's settled, and believe it or not, for example, that window right there is lower than these windows right here because the house is settled. If you had put this water table on level, then the siding would have looked crooked when it went in there. So we had basically had to put it in there out of level and then basically taper all the siding so all of those sight lines look right.
Yeah, and the random pattern of the existing stone foundation helps you get away with that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the gutters, aluminum gutters, they look like wood. I mean, I think they're fantastic.
There's a lot of great details in the house. We've done some things with the traditional architecture to make it feel fresh. So we've got the a replica of the traditional molding that was around the windows before. You've replaced it in kind, but we've painted it black on the edge, just give it a little bit of crispness and contemporary freshness.
Yeah, it really makes it pop. It looks great.
Yeah, with the PVC trim that you have all around the house, you know, they won't rot, and the 25 years warranty on the paint on all of your siding, aluminum gutters. Basically, you have maintenance-free house.
I love hearing that. That's going to give me some good time to enjoy this patio here. Oh, and I think you guys should join me.
All right, awesome. That sounds good.
Let's do it.
I love to see that smile on your face, Robin. Happy with the upstairs?
So happy.
Well, a lot of new stuff up there, but down here, a lot of the original character, which you guys told us to save. So, you know, places where you've got the original doors, even if you put some beautiful new hardware on it. Obviously the front staircase, the newel post, and your stained glass window, which Catherine lovingly restored. So fixed this pane of window, cleaned up the colored glass around the side, and that was your intent.
It really was. We really wanted to keep the character of the house. We loved the old house, but we wanted to modernize it and make it more functional for our family. So I think this room kind of does it.
Well, when you walk through this front door, it says 1890s updated.
It does.
So how about a tour?
I would love to. This way. So in here we have the living room where we spend most of our time.
Quite a difference from when we first got here.
It is really different. We added this beautiful accent wall. We have the modern furniture, the original hardwoods in here, just refinished.
Yeah, a lighter tone right there. New lights, which have also got the modern look to it as well.
Yes.
New windows, but you saved all the original trim. So we've got the casings, we've got the baseboards, crown molding. It's a nice mix, it works.
Yeah, it's a good balance. Come on, let me show you the dining room.
Now this is very different.
This is very different. So as you can see, we opened up the wall there, cut it back a lot.
So it was a cased opening big enough for 2 French doors, which weren't here, but it was a much smaller opening.
Yes.
Now this opens it completely up, which is nice.
Yeah, but we kept this room with its own personality by taking the dark paint and putting it up in the ceiling, keeping the original trim on the wall, and then painting the new crown moldings to match.
So white trim in the rest of the house, but based on this diamond window, you kept the wood look, even on the new windows, you went with it. And as you say, on the crown molding, which Tommy and Deleandro put in. And a real modern flair right there.
Modern flair. Remember we went shopping for that. Here it is, and I love it.
You loved it then, you love it now too?
Even more now in my own home.
That is awesome. And this room opens up onto the main event.
And here is our new kitchen, and we do not have to squeeze through a tiny door because we opened it up.
Well, you know, a lot of engineering went into that though, right? So a wall and the chimney came down, and that means that a beam had to go in here to carry another beam there, and even a whole new point load down to the basement to get your open floor plan.
Worth it.
Worth it. And a beautiful kitchen, huh? Really modern.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fabulous. We have this amazing island with the waterfall edge, seating so we can either eat here or entertain, double wall ovens, glass cabinet, side-by-side refrigerator and freezer, plenty of room for food.
Look at all that stainless.
It's a lot of stainless. And over here we have counters and cabinets. And if you remember, we didn't have any that were actually adhered to the wall. Now we do.
They were on the floor. I remember it very well.
And we have the beautiful black frame that allows for the inset wood. So we have that sort of framed look.
Exactly what you were looking at in the showroom, right?
Yeah, we're going for a little contrast here. You're going to have traditional elements and some really, really sleek new elements in this. I think it's going to make a big pop and impact.
Well
Give the
said.
kitchen some warmth.
You wanted the two-tone, you wanted the inset, you wanted the frame, and you got it.
Got it right here in West Roxbury. We have the beautiful black quartz countertops that goes right into the backsplash, and you can see they went to a lot of trouble to make sure that the veins match so it's continuous all the way up.
Bold statement with the black, a little separation between counters and drawers because you got this really cool line of lighting right there. That is a unique feature. Also a little bit of utility, shows you what's in the drawers when you're working in there. And the black continues all the way to the sink and the faucet.
Even to the sink, and if you remember, the sink was actually over in a separate pantry area.
Yeah, the kitchen was suffering. Quite a bit difference, right? Big change here.
Huge change. Much more practical, much more useful, and more appliances in the island.
An island that you can eat at. You can also eat at the dining room table. You got a nook here too, an abundance of choice.
We do. Let's go check it out.
So this was a space made possible by a tiny little extension off the back of the house, but also the back staircase, which came out of that back bedroom. That is gone. And you picked up a nice little bit of space.
We did, added some beautiful windows, so we have great natural light, and now we have a nice little space where we can eat.
Move some doorways around, change the in and out to the back, and I don't know, it's good. It's nice to have an architect for a husband, huh?
It's great.
Robin, you and your family have been out of this house for a long time. It must feel awesome to be finally getting back in.
It feels so good. We have been planning and dreaming about this for so long. Have a beautiful design, phenomenal execution.
You did have phenomenal execution, D'Leandro. You know, you're new to us, but you really pulled it off. And it was not without its challenges, this project.
Yeah, exactly. We did have like supply chain issues, you know, lots of, you know, things to overcome due to the COVID, but I think we pulled it through.
Oh, you definitely pulled it through. Welcome to the family. Nice job.
All right.
Yeah, you did a great job. Everything looks fantastic. All the structural work was great. I mean, and you pulled it off with all of the aggravation of us along with it. So it looks great.
No, it's been a pleasure. So yeah, it's really nice. Like with all the subs, we couldn't get it done with all our subcontractors who help us out, and
It's a big team effort.
it's a big team effort.
It is a big team. We're pulling in behind us, friends and family, subs as well.
I had a fun project with you and your dad up in the attic. And you guys are doing a good job. You got a little more work to do, but it'll be finished.
Touch.
Derek, what do you think of the overall project? Like, what do you think?
I think we're going to be living in a design magazine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Don't touch anything, guys.
No plane, no hockey.
Yeah, guys, really, it was a pleasure working with you. I appreciate the opportunity. Here are the keys to
Hey, look at that, huh?
Thank you.
Hopefully there's two keys there. You guys can both get in.
Well, we'll see.
You let me in?
All right, well, a terrific job by everybody involved, and we have got a brand new one coming up next week. We'll be in Saratoga Springs, New York, a house built from the 1860s, 7 generations in the same family, so be sure to check that out. But first, we have to celebrate this and get ourselves to a wrap party. So what do you say? All right, signing off for this old house. I'm Kevin O'Connor. D'Leandro, well done. Nice job, guys. Robin, well done. Next time on This Old House, we start a new project in a town people have been visiting for centuries. They've been attracted to its healing mineral springs and a racetrack that's a premier stop on the thoroughbred circuit. Our next This Old House project is in the town where long shots gain their glory, Saratoga Springs.